All right, Game and Compute. We are back with this other eBay restriction issue. I talked before about, I've talked to customer service on December 2nd and got what they advised me to do. That's all in the episode posted before this one. I did what they said on December 2nd, reposted my listings. They were up December 2nd, December 3rd, and I got another report of some type of VeRO related restriction, and my listings got removed on the 4th. So today on the 6th, I went to address that again. So this is going to be the correspondence between myself and this other customer service representative explaining today on December 6th why I got my listings removed on December 4th. And mind you, I also talked to customer service on December 2nd about multiple items that got removed before December 2nd. And I've had other listings removed multiple other times where I was using an American brand's device, their brand name, saying that I wasn't saying that I'm selling their product. I was saying my product is similar to this product, just for so people could say, okay, oh, this is the same type of thing, but mine's way cheaper. So, hundreds of dollars cheaper, mind you. So, but it's the same thing. It does the same thing. It functions the same. It works the same. Just mine's about $230 cheaper than theirs. So let us see. If I go on, I'm gonna pull up the message. Oy, this is tiring. All right. Where are my messages? Okay. So, today I was talking to Prem. So after going back and forth, to get to customer support, at least how the user interface looks on desktop now on Windows, when you go on there, onto eBay, onto your main store's homepage, there is going to be a link or a tab at the top that says something about contact us or something like that, or questions or help or something like that. When you click on that, at the moment, there's a left side panel that says, you can chat. Now, some of the chat features aren't 24 hours, so you have to catch them. If you want a live agent or a bot to talk to, usually you're going to have to wait. So if it's 10 p.m. Pacific on a Saturday, you're probably not going to get through to a live person. Maybe, but maybe different times of year it's different. But the last time I tried on a Sunday night, they were like, sorry, you got to wait till Monday. And I think the limit is till 5 p.m. or something, but I don't really remember. But anyways, the other day, I think the way that I contacted chat support was at the bottom of the screen. Today, it was on the left side of the screen. So, I clicked on the, chat, customer service 24-hour chat or whatever it's called, 24/7. I don't know what it's called, something like that. I clicked on it, and it does the whole bot thing, and I'm just I don't even talk to it. I'm just I want to talk to a live agent, and then it asks you about what, and I just click something, and then it starts trying to tell you some other thing, and it's these are all the instructions to look at that, and I'm no, I want to talk to a live agent. And then eventually it connects you with somebody right away. I would say don't even talk to the bot, because it's just going to keep leading you around in circles and sending you to different articles that you can read on your own free time. Either read the articles on your own first, or just don't click on them through the bot, because you're not chatting with anybody. You're actually it's just sending you to different places on eBay through their customer service, the parts of the website that explains different reasons why you have restrictions or different problems with selling or listing or refunds or shipping or whatever the problem may be, there's a link for it. But when it gets more specific, when you don't really know what exactly is going on, you want to talk to a representative, and probably not a bot, because they're just going to send you articles. So try to talk to a live agent. The live agents will send you an email copy of your conversation for your own records. So when I went today to try to send them my copy of the old records, today's December 6th, I tried to send them a copy of the conversation from December 2nd. They basically already had access to that conversation and could look back into it. So Prem is the live representative I'm talking to today. This person says, "Hi, thank you for contacting eBay. This is Prem, blah, blah, blah. Thank you for however many years I have this account open." Yeah, I know. Okay. And so I said, "Prem, thanks. I got items removed due to VeRO." And then I copied the issue, I just copy and pasted what they sent, what VeRO, the VeRO program that basically verifies if you're infringing on anything. And I think it's doing it incorrectly, but I don't know. I can't tell if this American brand is abusing the system and reporting my items inaccurately, reporting that I'm stealing their property when I'm not. Just banking on that I'm going to either give up or just, that I am stealing their products, which they think I am, which I'm not, because I purchased these products on my own with my own money from China, and I literally have them in my house. So I'm not drop shipping them. I'm not stealing other people's pictures off the internet. There's none of that. They're all my pictures. I took them all in my bedroom on a blanket with my phone. They're my original pictures. And none of them look like this other brand's like really nice advertisements. Like, my pictures look like I took them on a phone and posted them on eBay. They look like what they are. So I don't even understand like what the issue is. I don't know. I've mentioned before, it is kind of a red flag that other than one other item posted on eBay, there's no other items that are posted that look like this on eBay. So I said, "Prem, thanks. I got items removed due to VeRO," and I put in quotes, "listings not following policy." And then I put all these item numbers for 1, 2, 3 items. It looks like part of my text got cut off, so it's at least 3 items that got restricted. Prem says, thank you for sharing your query." And then they say, "I understand your point that your listing got removed due to VeRO policy, and you want to get with more information for this." What? And you want to get with more information for this? Well, yeah, I read that correctly. Prem also said, "No worries. I will surely try my best to help you out in this matter." Then Prem says, "I will just need a moment while I check this for you. Kindly provide me 2 minutes to review the details." I said, "Thanks. I have a chat log from earlier this week as well. I thought the issue was resolved, but it keeps saying that this American brand's name is reporting me, and I am not using any of their content." I said, "Here, I will copy paste the log from earlier this week." Prem says, "Thank you for waiting. I appreciate your patience." And I copy pasted the timestamp where I started talking to Ayush on December 2nd. Prem says, "No worries. I have with all details for it your previous communication." I have with all details for it with, I don't know. And then they edit that. Prem edits that, and it says, "of your previous communication." I say, "Thanks." Prem calls me by name and says, I can surely understand your point regarding the items you have listed very carefully. I acknowledge that the fact, sorry, I'm stumbling over words here. I acknowledge the fact that you are putting in your honest efforts and trying your best to comply with eBay policies. And then Prem says, I also understand that you are listing your item with all your own details and selling them on eBay. But as I can see that we removed the listing after the rights owner notified us that your item infringes on their intellectual property rights. So they're actually confirming that they're getting notified by this rights owner. So there's something with their rights that I have that I'm infringing on their intellectual property, which doesn't make any sense because I don't know what it is. Nobody's telling me exactly what it is, but we'll see if we can get to the bottom of it, I guess. And let me see. So it took them from it seems like it took them less than a minute to review that whole correspondence from December 2nd that I read in the previous episode. Now, I was going slow and explaining things in between. So I'm wondering also if these live agents are chatbots or not. Now, I don't know if they're bots because they make errors. They make grammatical errors. And so usually to me, that's a sign when they're just like responding within like 1 minute, 30 seconds, something like that. And it's like details where they're like, oh, I see your previous case. And it's just like, how did you read all that? Like, it takes me longer than that to pull it up on my own computer and like log into my email and like get to it, so how did you have that information like right away, and read it all and understood it all and then came back with an answer like rapid fire. But because they're not typing perfectly, I'm like, well, maybe they're real and they're just really fast at their jobs. But also this is going to be the third thing that's being recommended to me to do. Third or maybe fourth, because they recommended a fourth step. So third to fourth step within 2 sets of correspondence with people. So I don't know. Like, I'm already changing things. How many things do I need to change for it to be accurate? Because I don't think they know what I'm infringing on, because they can't seem to tell me what to change. Because obviously what I changed on December 2nd got flagged again on December 4th. And so that wasn't the right thing to change. I got flagged again. So I don't really know what it is that I need to change. I'm debating if it's worth even going through all the effort to try to do it. But anyways, let's continue. Okay, so the end of what they said on the last part of what I meant. We removed the listing we removed the listing as after the rights owner notified us that your item infringes on their intellectual property rights. So keep that in mind. That's what they're saying the issue is. They're not telling me what the intellectual property rights are. The only thing they told me before was I can't list something as unbranded. I have to put the name of the company. And I said it's a company from China. And so I put that as the brand name. Now, there's no way that this China brand name as well as this American company are the same thing. They're not the same thing. They're different places. They're completely different addresses. They're registered to different people. One is a factory. The other one is not. And so I don't even know. It says, please know that eBay isn't an expert in intellectual property rights as of third parties. Great. So if it's intellectual property rights of third parties, like, what am I supposed to do about that if they can't tell me what to do? It says, as a result, we aren't in a position to make a judgment as to whether the item you have listed is authorized or legal. So I don't even understand. I mean, this just gets more and more confusing. So the way I'm understanding that is to say, is it authorized or legal? But they're not saying that the item I'm listing is an unauthorized item or that it's illegal. They're saying that I'm infringing on intellectual property rights. I can't see how all of these are the same thing. It's not the same thing. Like, we're talking about like multiple completely different topics at this point. It's like, if it's an unauthorized item, which it's not because they're sold all over the internet, it's not an unauthorized item. There are other items being sold on eBay that are similar to this, so it's not unauthorized. And is it legal? I mean, it has to be legal if there's another company that's selling them. There's multiple other places selling them. Just on eBay, you don't see a lot of them. You see some, but not a lot. And to me, that was a sign that I was like, they're selling all over the internet, but just not eBay. So I was like, well, maybe that's the chance, but maybe that's the issue, is that they're not being sold on eBay because everyone's running into this issue and they just say, screw it, we're not using eBay anymore because it's not working. And for me, this is not working. I would not consider this to be a working project at this point. At this point, I'm just collecting data to see how far I go with this before I start losing my mind and just choose something completely different. Like, decide to choose a completely different, method. It says, so when we receives notice, when we receives notice through verified rights owner, which is VeRO, that a listing allegedly infringes intellectual property rights, we must remove the listing as soon as possible. So that's what my theory is. That's what I think is happening. They are allegedly saying that I'm infringing because they know eBay's going to remove it. Therefore, I cannot get any sales, and they're the only product that's posted, with the exception of one other product that is not this American branded product and not my Chinese branded product. There's one other product that's selling. So it's this major American brand and then 2 items from this other person who has sold maybe 20 by now. They went from like 11 or 9 or something sold the first time I checked. Then I think they sold like another few, and I think the last time I checked they're at like 15 sold. I think they're probably past 20 something sold by now. So they're selling them. This other place that's not the major US brand is selling them. Now, I'm not telling you exactly the details of what I'm selling because I don't really want people, you know how people are, they're going to steal your stuff and just run up stores on their own. Good luck if you're trying to do it on eBay, guys. If you figure it out, you could probably create a whole brand around like eBay freaking VeRO, like disputes. But basically, let's continue. This is not over. So that listing allegedly infringes intellectual property rights. We must remove the listing as soon as possible. I would request your understanding in this matter. And then Prem continues to say, however, this issue can be resolved easily. Easily is not accurate, but that's what they say. They say it's easily. It says you should, sorry, everything scrolled all the way down all the way back up to the top. I lost my place now. Now I'm like somewhere else. Is an expert. Okay, finding my place. Sorry. However, this issue can be easily. Sorry. However, this issue premising this. However, this issue can be resolved easily. You should contact You should contact the rights owner if you believe that they made a mistake and that your item is authentic. You may also wish to contact the rights owner to obtain more information about their report. You simply need to contact right owner. They gave me the name of this person's company, the American company brand name the person all their contact information. I found it over on Better Business Bureau. It has their address, it has their phone number, it has their email address. It says to seek selling rights at below contact details. And the contact details they gave me were infringements dot that American brand's name at their email address.com. Now I tried that infringements dot brand name thing where it said infringements. That didn't work. So I just basically copied and pasted my questions and things over to the part before it says infringements dot. And then Prem continues. Now that would be step 3. Then there would be step 4. But I'd have to wait 5 business days, which would be next Friday. So it says, if the rights owner does not respond to your request in 5 business days, since you reached out to the rights owner, you can email the verified rights owner, VeRO, team at VeRO@ebay.com, so they can reach out to the rights owner on your behalf. We can't force a rights owner to reply to you. However, we can reach out to the rights owner on your behalf. Then Prem keeps on saying, I don't know where the part is where they were talking about the IP address and all this other stuff. I'm like, what are you talking about? Maybe that's later, or maybe I accidentally skipped it. Either way, let's keep going forward because I don't want to take longer than we have to with me trying to find that note, and it might be later on. Prem is talking a lot here, which is good. So Prem continues talking. If they agree to give you the rights to sell the products, please ask them to let us know via below email address, VeRO@ebay.com. So I need to somehow get the rights to sell this product, even though it's not their product. It's not their product. So to me, this is almost similar to like if I had access to getting iPhones right off the line and I'm selling iPhones, and then Windows smartphones comes up and they're like, we don't want you to sell these iPhones anymore. So we're basically going to, restrict your listings and report you because you're infringing on our intellectual property. But it's like, I'm selling iPhones and you're over there with Windows phones. That's kind of what this battle is. It's like, we're not selling the same thing. It's a device that's the same type of device, but it's not the same thing. And I don't understand like how they could have the intellectual property rights to everybody else's stuff. There are other ones on the internet. This isn't the only one. It's just there's only one other type I've seen on eBay, and then maybe 2 other types. But there's not a lot of different types that I've seen on eBay. So maybe those people got away with it because they had a way to kind of have this like grip tape on it. And so I'm like, well, maybe I need to just add freaking grip tape to all of them then. Like, I don't really know. The products don't look that similar. Just they're the same color. I don't understand. I'm really confused. I don't know. But since this is the only part that's working out is the correspondence with customer service, that's the only thing I really have to show so far. So this is what we're talking about. But I'm not going to rely on eBay too much longer. I'm going to probably work on this dispute process once or twice a week, and then otherwise I'm just going to post other places because I want to get this resolved, but I don't really know if I can rely on eBay because it's a waste of my time and waste of my energy. I don't know. I hope this helps somebody, but I haven't really gotten any real resolution that actually worked because the first thing they told me to do didn't work, and then the first things we were talking about in the conversation, I'm like, that's wrong. These are my pictures. Like, what else do you... I can't say it any other way. I took the pictures myself. And they don't look anything like their pictures. They look like what it looks like when you're going to sell something that you own on eBay. When you're just taking pictures of it and you're posting it online on all these different angles. It's not like a professional ad. There's no like professional background. I didn't like remove the background and put like a neutral background. Pictures are taken on a blanket on my bed in my room. Not with me on the blanket, but just the device and the boxes and different angles of the boxes. The box, the item, everything in the box, the device itself, nothing looks like this American brand name product. I just think, they've got the power in their corner because they're kind of a really strong brand, and I'm pretty much nobody. So I'm, at least as far as like this product is concerned, I'm not like anybody special. So they can say whatever they want to say, and someone's gonna listen to them. But I don't think I have live people looking and like getting on my side and looking at the product and being like, hey, we looked at this, and I think, this VeRO report is inaccurate that this major U.S. brand is making against you, because this isn't the same thing. I mean, if I thought it looked that similar, I would have purchased a different one, because I already knew this was probably going to be an issue. I knew that I could run into some issues, which is why I didn't initially brand them myself, because I do have a brand, and I do have a site, and I do have, places to sell these. I have a store and everything, but I didn't want to put the brand on it, because I'm like, well, I don't want to go through all the extra money and extra time waiting, making a brand, branding the boxes, putting all these stickers and things all over, and like getting logos on stuff and everything, only to have somebody else come and be like, sorry, you can't use that, or this name exists some other place, or like this other thing, some other problem that could come up. I'm like, let me just try to sell these as like blank products. But maybe that's the issue, is that they're blank products. I don't really know. Maybe I need to get some stickers from Daiso and stick some little Japanese letters on it or something. I don't even know, like, if that would even do anything. And I'll be like, this is the name of my company, and I put it in Japanese, and this is mine. Put it in katakana so it sounds like the American like pronunciation of I don't think that's gonna work. I don't seriously think that's gonna work, but it's like, it might be a direction to take. I'm just tired. I don't really know. But I might stick this out, even though I did tell eBay I wasn't gonna post on their site anymore. But I might still do it, just to see if I can post something that works, and not really try to rely on trying to sell stuff on there, but just see if I can get to the bottom of this so I can resolve at least this issue. Because I like to learn. I mean, this is just a part of the learning curve. But I've never dealt with this before. The only time I've ever dealt with this is with dropshipping, when I was literally stealing people's pictures off the internet. So it's like, that was different, because I was like, well, I know I didn't take these pictures, and I know I don't even own these products, and I'm taking the pictures as if they're mine. Like, no, these products I literally bought and waited for them to be shipped so I could specifically take the freaking pictures and post them on the internet individually by myself with my own phone. And I purposely made the background kind of bad and something individual. It's a customized blanket that somebody made for me. There are no duplicated blankets. We're not even talking about the blanket. That's not even what I'm selling. But I took the pictures on this blanket because nobody can have the same blanket that I do. And so, because I know this blanket is such a unique blanket, the pictures can't be duplicated. Even if someone had the same item as me and purchased them from the same factory I did, they couldn't, unless they go in my house, in my room. That's the only way that they could like take pictures with that same background. So I don't have the background. Nobody else can have the same background that I have. That's kind of my only way. That's kind of my only defense, is that these are mine. Like, I don't know what else to say. I'm not even lying about it. So I don't even know. Whatever. So Prem continues talking. I request that you list the product again only after you have received the authorization to list them by following the above process. Please write back to us for any failure of response from the above mentioned content protection party. And so I keep on talking after that, and I'm like, okay, let me make sure Prem is understanding me. And I say, these are my own physical products. I have photos showing the actual boxes, which are not this American brand's name or company or anything like that. I actually also have photos showing opened box examples of the products, and none of it is this American brand's name. These products are not theirs. It does not have the same name. And then I keep talking and I say, they look similar to this American brand name, but there is none of this American brand's logo. I don't believe I am infringing. These are not the same. They don't even have the same exact features as this American brand's product. And I keep talking. Is there a way to have a human being review the differences between my products and compare to this American brand's product? Prem says, I totally agree with you that the item is your own physical product, and I completely understand your point in this matter. We do not have a prohibition in listing genuine product. However, at the same time, many companies and organizations have different terms and conditions when it comes to resale of their product just to keep their brand integrity in the market. Prem keeps talking. Therefore, it could be possible that you may be breaching one of the terms or conditions of the brand owners. We recommend reaching out to them and clarifying how you may relist them. Prem keeps talking. Now this is valuable information. I mean, because that makes sense, And then it says, Prem keeps talking, eBay being just a trading platform would not have knowledge of IP rights. So I think IP is intellectual property. It's not IP as an IP address, like I was thinking before when I said there was something about IP. eBay just would not have the knowledge of IP rights or intellectual property rights of other trading companies or organizations. The rights owners themselves can only answer your queries on what rights were breached and what remedies you can take in order to relist your items. So I guess when somebody reports your item as infringing on their intellectual property, they don't tell eBay exactly what intellectual property is being infringed upon. And so now I have to go in and do all this other legwork to try to figure out what it is that I'm doing according to this American major brand. So Prem keeps talking, which is good. Keep talking, Prem. Apart from that, we have received a legal document mentioning the IP or intellectual property rights details of the rights owners, which implies they are the rights owners of the item. So they're saying so this company is telling eBay that they are the rights owners of this item. However, if there's still a misunderstanding, it needs to be amicably resolved, and for that, I would request you to contact the rights owners. Prem keeps talking. I certainly understand that you never intended to breach our policy guidelines, and I could see that you've been one of our valuable members. And I said, I believe they're just trying to screen out the competition. I will contact them myself, and I likely won't use eBay to list since this has been a recurring issue for multiple days. That's the end of this conversation. I ended the conversation because I'm like, I have to go now and try all this other stuff. And we shall see what happens from here. But I also have to talk about, the Better Business Bureau and the freaking Better Business Bureau and the email that I actually sent to this American brand. So now, I'm going to record about that next in case it's of any interest. I went through the Better Business Bureau a few minutes before I sent the email to this American brand. The reason why I went to them first was because, I need a paper trail that starts at the beginning, and I need them to look into it for me before and I wanted to check and see what Better Business Bureau had on this other company, and it turned out that they have a B rating. It turns out that the items they're selling are people aren't happy with them. And so I'm like, okay, I don't even know what to do with that. But I'm going to put that in the next episode. And then basically after that episode, I'm going to be waiting for 5 days. So that's going to be by next Friday. I need to know. I might be busy next Friday, but by next Friday, I need to know. Because that'll be my fifth business day. I'll need to know when or if the other company has given me any details about what to change. They're the rights owners according to this, and according to them, they're saying that they own the rights to my product, which I don't understand how they own the rights unless we're buying products from the same factory, which I don't know if that's what's happening, but if that's what's happening, I don't even know. And I still haven't even posted about the TikTok stuff or the Shopify stuff or anything like that. I'm just posting about all these other issues because this is really what's taking up the majority of my energy. I've got some other strategies that I'm implementing elsewhere on the internet, but I really miss the days when I could just post something on eBay and get it sold. And it's kind of interesting to me because I'm not really even getting the traffic on eBay that I used to get. And I thought running up a news store would make it so that I would get more traffic, and that is not the case. I'm gonna see if I can sell these things on freaking Craigslist, man. Like, at this point, it's like, dude, or I'm just gonna return them back to China and be like, sorry, it's a copyright infringement, but I'd probably lose out on the shipping, but I can write off all this stuff for, tax write-offs, but it's just annoying. This. Gosh. Okay, so I'm going to record about the Better Business Bureau crap. And then I think they actually did respond to me today, too. So if that response seems like it's of value and it's not just confirmation number, we got your message and we'll respond to you within 7 to 10 business days. I don't know if they take 7 to 10 business days, but if that's all the message is, then it's not going to be worth talking about that specifically. But let us continue. All right. So I'm going to stop this episode, start the one about the Better Business Bureau. All right. Thanks guys for listening.